Hello, 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 everybody. Today we're going to go over Numbers 11. And I love this chapter. Just wanted to talk about some of the powers that we have with the Holy Spirit that help change others and build leadership and build family members in the kingdom of God. So let's start at number 1. Now the people complained about their hardships in the hearing of the Lord. And when he heard them, his anger was aroused. Then fire from the Lord burnt among them and consumed them of the outskirts of the camp. When the people cried out to Moses, he prayed to the Lord, and the fire died down. So that place was called Kiberia, because fire from the Lord had burnt among them. And so these are people that are steadily complaining. God's taking care of them every day. He's feeding them with manna every day. Their clothes aren't going bad. Everything is, you know, better than expected. They're in the middle of the desert, but they have food, they have clothes. But people are still complaining, and God does not like complaining. Let's jump to number 10. Moses heard the people of every family wailing at the entrance of their tents. The Lord became exceedingly angry, and Moses was troubled. Let's go to 16. The Lord said to Moses, bring me 70 of Israel's elders who are known to you as leaders and officials among the people. Have them come to the tent of meeting that they may stand there with you. I will come down and speak with you there, and I will take some of the power of the Spirit that is on you and put it on them. They will share the burden of the people with you so that you will not have to carry it alone. And this is the part that I was talking about right here. So God is telling Moses to get 70 leaders together, and he's going to impart some of the Holy Spirit that's in on Moses on 70 other people to help lead. And let's go to 25. Then the Lord came down the cloud and spoke with him, and he took some of the power of the Spirit that was on him and put it on the 70 elders. When the Spirit rested on them, they prophesied, but did not do so again. So God put the Spirit on people, but also it says that Moses put the Holy Spirit on other people. It's called an anointing. And this is something that you could do when you're with the Lord. You become powerful because of the Holy Spirit. In that Holy Spirit, you could put the Holy Spirit on other people. You could anoint them. It says by putting on your hands, preaching the gospel to somebody if they accept Jesus, and baptizing people. But with the laying on of hands, you could actually anoint people with the Holy Spirit. And some people start speaking in tongues, or some people start prophesying. Like in this case right here, people started prophesying. But the whole point is that we have this superpower that a lot of people don't even understand or know about, or have been taught because of how they've been raised, or maybe the churches they go to, or the religion that they're in. But God is saying that he wants to bless you. He wants to expand you. He wants to fasten you. And some of the trouble that we have is we don't have any mentors, or we don't have anybody else around us that's with the Lord to read the Bible with us or to pray with us. And somebody that's been in the Lord that's powerful because the Holy Spirit's in them to anoint us and give us that fastening, I should call it. And so I just want you guys to understand that you guys have this power, and there's power in numbers. There's power in people to anoint you. You know, it's kind of like going to this academy. You know, I have the power to anoint you to learn trading. Now, are you going to learn trading? Are you going to try your hardest? Are you going to do your part? That's on you. But what I'm doing is I'm anointing people with spiritual purpose, but financial and time purpose too. I've been looking on the internet, and a lot of people like on I got into this community in TikTok where a lot of young people are trading, and people are saying, I made my first 2,000, I made my first 10,000, I made, and I'm looking at these people's stories, and it's changing all these people's lives. And, it's because somebody taught them how to trade, somebody anointed them. There's this one guy that's making a lot of money online, and he just tells people for free how to trade. Now his system's probably like 55% correct, but even if it's over 51% win rate, or if he has a good, you know, uh, risk and reward system, man, you can make money with this. And that's the whole thing. You don't have to be the perfect trader. You don't have to win every trade like how we do with the bots and stuff. There's so much potential just to win just on like regular getting in trades and getting out of trades if you know how to do it. But in this system, we have such a high win rate that we should be able to make way more from trading every month. The Autobot last month really did super good. It doubled the money in the account. Me and the programmer changed just one thing. We took day trades longer. So we made like 4 or 5 times more money when we are in like a long 1 day trade than we are with the other trades that the robot takes, and it doubled the money. Usually it was doing 18 the month before percent. The month before that it was doing 11%, and now on this month it went 101%. So everything with the Lord, a little tweak there can set you to freedom and make it so you don't have to work your regular job and things like that. So I want you guys to all understand that. And that's what we're going over today because this is a holiday. So the trading's not normal. But let's go to it. And so I really feel like one of our major advantages of this academy is that we have a holistic way to trade, because before I wasn't trading this way. Before, trading was real stressful for me. It was more stressful than a job. I don't even feel stress, but I could just tell that sometimes I don't feel the same when I'm trading. I want to trade and I want to feel really good. Even when I take a loss, I want to feel like, I did something that's going to help me in the future. So I always start out with the Bible and praying. And then right here, breathing exercise. Let's everybody breathe in. Some of this holistic stuff is next level stuff. Like there's people that pay $5,000 to $10,000 to go learn some of these techniques about their own self. And these are just, they're all over the internet, but where do you start, right? How do you know which ones to do? What do you know what's good? Well, the stuff that I'm teaching here is called NLP, neuro linguistic programming. I'm basically helping you reprogram your brain so you understand like what your brain is doing, like breathing exercises. Okay. If you're not breathing deep enough oxygen, you're going to get stressed out. You're not going to be calm. You're going to have anxiety. You're going to that anxiety will lead to depression, because you'll make some stuff that you're anxious about. And then now you'll be depressed about the decision you made after it's done. So these are the things that will help your brain, help you have a level playing field against the trading, because trading is trillions and trillions of dollars. You have to look at yourself like you're just like a little person. You're like a little crumb off of the pie, but that crumb can, just a little crumb from the pie can make you a millionaire a year, can make you make 1 million a month. It's not like a job to where somebody could tell you like, hey, you're gonna max out 30 years at this amount of money. Like there's no max out like that. As hard as you work for your job, if you just work like 10% as hard as you do for your job or your career, you'll learn how to trade really quick. Some people I know have learned how to trade in like 3 to 4 months. And after 3 to 4 months, their life is totally changed because now they're making money, and their life is simpler. But you got to have a whole approach. Like, who is the one helping you win your trades? God. You're relying on God. Let me tell you, there's a lot of academies, there's a lot of master traders that don't depend on God. Like, you'll be on their call, and I had a lot of friends, a lot of mentors, a lot of stuff that I was on calls just like you guys, trying to learn what they were telling me, but they didn't know how to teach. And I would get fed up. I mean, their strategy won, but they wouldn't even tell you what their strategy really was. They would just tell you when to trade. So it kind of was frustrating, but and then they don't tell you like the mindset, like how should your mind be? What's the most important thing? I was just looking at this one TikTok, and this guy made his first $10,000 trading, and he wanted to know. He said this is the first time he ever pulled out money. He was asking like, who else pulled out money, and what's your best advice? Well, my best advice was for somebody to be disciplined and somebody to have great risk management. I feel like with just those two things, you got to have a strategy, which we already have. But I feel like with just, discipline and great risk management with your strategy, that's a winning strategy, proven winning strategy, I feel like you could make money like immediately. I don't think there's anything holding anybody back on this call from making money. I think it's just little things they need to tweak here and there, and they'll start making a lot of money trading. So, drink your water. Go ahead and drink your water right now because you need to be hydrated. That makes your brain work right. And so I'm drinking my water. I'm breathing. We talked about the brain gym, smell, sight, sound. Let's talk about touch today. So to touch is something that happens in your brain. You might not even understand it, but when you're touching stuff, it's making you feel one way or the other. Just like a little baby, if you give them certain toys with bumps on them, they feel a certain way. You give them, a stick, they feel another way. So, what for you is the thing that you like to touch on? Some people like the little stress balls to grab that and to be fidgeting with stuff. Some people like a pen to mess around with, click back and forth. Whatever it is, what do you like in your hand? What do you're trading? So you got probably a mouse, you got maybe your phone if you're trading on your phone, but you need to have something around you that's comforting you, like a nice chair when you're trading, right? You sitting on your couch usually, but when you get to trading, you go to this chair. Or maybe you do go to the couch and you're trading using your TV. Whatever it is, we need to be in a comfortable situation with a good seat, maybe one of those little mouse pads that are gel where you can rest your wrist on. Uh, anything like that can really help you guys out. Just a little bit of more for you, just a little bit of something to touch to where it's helping your brain, and you don't even know this stuff. This is like all, like I was saying, NLP, neuro linguistic programming. Your brain is programmed a certain way, and most people in Western society doesn't even know how their brain is operating, doesn't know what their body needs to eat, doesn't know, their body needs to sleep or their body needs to pray or read the Bible. Like most of us don't know the thing that the brain needs. So that's why I'm trying to teach you guys. Like these are the things, your senses are the things that your brain feeds off of. And it either puts you in a good mood or a bad mood. When you do a trade and you lose, sometimes you go straight into negative mode because you were already in negative mode. You were like on the edge and you got pushed over the edge because you lost the trade. See, we should never be in a situation like that. We lose a trade, we're happy. We win a trade, we're happy. Every time we're trading, we're happy. You don't want your trading to ever be at a point where you're not happy, because then that's when you're going to quit. Whatever you're not happy doing, you're going to quit. Some people have quit right before I feel like they were going to start making a lot of money. And they do. I have a friend in LA and he quits all the time, and then he comes back and he quits and he comes back, and like all he had to do is just stay consistent this whole time, he would be winning money right now. The more hours you put in, the more teaching you have, the more you start understanding the basics, the further you are, the faster you are to start making money. All right, let's go to the news today. All right, weekly U.S. unemployment. They're coming out with the stats, but it's not that good of stats. It's just something that came from somebody looking over some of the government stuff. let's see here. And today is the day that we're we want you guys to ask questions. This is a question and answer session right here. This is going to teach you how to trade. I want you guys to understand that. Upcoming events. Let's see here. We got one red thing, unemployment. Unemployment. Is this the first? Nope, this isn't. So I don't know why they're even talking about unemployment on Monday, just because the government shut down. But here we go. Let's get into trading. And I want you guys to ask questions. I want to show you guys the whole system. Now, what I do is I put a Telegram on my computer. You could just have it on your phone if you want to. I just feel like when it's on my computer, it's a little better for me. I don't know why my computer is kind of running a little bit slow today. So I got my Telegram up, I got my trading view up, and I got my trading account. Those are the three things you need to have up at all times when you're trading. Okay, these are the stock bots right here. This isn't even ready yet. This is the new stock channel that we're going to have for you guys. So you guys get ready for that. And we'll start adding. We could add people to the stock bot today. Then we got our signals bot, and that's going to be the indices, US 30, NAS 100, SPX 500, Bitcoin, and gold are in this channel right here. This is probably, the #1 channel that we're going to make money from. And then we also have our last channel, which is the Forex signals. And the first thing you need to do is go all the way down to the bottom. You'll see something like this, 24 underneath. Always click the bottom because that's going to be the last time, like 616 oil. Now, buy Japan, buy Japan, buy Japan on different, these are on 4-hour time frames. And it says to buy oil. So we got 2 buy oils, 3 buy Japans. So I'm going to take both of these trades. So I'm going to take an oil trade and I'm going to take a USD Japan trade. So those are the trades that are good. USD Japan and US oil. So let's go back to our trading account now. Let's look at US oil. I always do this after I see the telegram.
Oh, I'm going to go to Walmart probably today. I don't want to do both.
And so USD JPY is right here. We're going to look at this. And it's saying for us to buy. And what we can see is for the day, it's saying to buy. This is the 4 hours. We got a buy signal right here. This still looks prevalent right here. We're on the next candle on the 4 hours, but it still looks like a good one. They told us to get in right here at this price. And it's not even that high of a price yet. So let's get into this trade right here. And we can see there's kind of like a little reversal in the lower time frames. Okay, so let's take this trade. Let's go to our broker. And this is what I was telling you guys. So this is like a little account that I show people about the Autobot. This isn't where all the money's at, but this is a thing that I do the Autobot on so I can show people. But with this Autobot, the #1 Autobot that we have, we changed one thing, and we're going to change it on the other account that has people's money in. But we changed this one thing, and we got 112% return from last year or from last month. So this is the last 30 days right here from 10/11 to 11/11. This account has doubled in the last 30 days, 112%. It's at a 70% win rate. And we could look over all our stats. Like our average winning trade hold time is 45 hours. 45 hours for our win, and we see on our losses are 1.9 hours. So we're winning 70% of the trades. We're losing 30% on the bot, but we don't have to push any buttons or do anything. We make 112% on the money. This is phenomenal. I'm gonna take a picture of this and make a video on it and explain it. But there's nothing better than this, because if we would have had $300,000 on here, we would have made like $460,000. It just depends on how much we had in this account. This is a low account because I don't want to really entice anybody with the auto trader. But you know, if you could have an account with 300 and some dollars on it, and then in 30 days, you know, you could double that, even more than double it. It's a good scenario, you know. Very, very good scenario. So that's the auto bot that trades automatically for you. You don't have to do anything. Let's go to okay. And here, this is me just trading. So this is the account that I'm trading with you guys live. I don't make any trade unless it's live with you guys on this one. The last 30 days, I made $10,600, a 4% return on our money, and 83% win rate. So when I'm trading with you guys for the last 30 days, we won 83% of the trades. Euro USD, we won every trade. NAS 100, we won every trade. USD JPY, we're like 50-50 when we're trading that. And US 30, we're really a high percentage. 58% of our trades is US 30. So that's my favorite trade. Everybody knows that. We haven't been really trading gold. So we need to always look at our stats, and that's right here on the trading dashboard. All right. So we got a great strategy. When we're trading live, we're winning 83% of the time. The month before it was 90%, and it's staying around like 4 to 6% every month we're making on very conservative trades. Where we can't lose everything. We can only win pretty good. Okay. And so this is 4%. That's great. Let's go to trading. We wanted to trade USD JPY. So let's go to USD JPY. Everybody with me right here. USD JPY, we're going to buy. We're going to keep it on this 5 lots for this big account. If you're on a littler account, you're probably trading like 0.1. If you're on like a $10,000 account, you know, if you're on a $1,000 account, you're probably trading like 0.01 or 0.02. So depending on what you're at. So let's go ahead and do a protective order. We always have our stop loss first. We're going to do price, but we're going to do percentage of balance, and we're going to do 2%. So that means we could lose 2% on this trade and it will stop the trade. What does that do? That means we could lose 50 trades in a row and still be in the game. Take profit, we're always going to put it at more. So we're going to do 3%. And what you see is 2% of the account we're at, it will lose $6,000. 3% of the account we're on will win $9,000. Now, sometimes when we're in the trade, we get out early. When we started out, it was down like $30 when we first got in this trade. Okay. So now we're in that trade. Now we need to get into the oil trade. So let's get into the oil trade. And so the oil trade is 15 minutes right here, 30 minutes right there. They're both buys for the last hour. Let's see if that's still prevalent for us. US oil, and it's telling us to buy. So we had a buy right here. This was a good buy. We would have made a lot of money right there. We got a buy on this candle right here. It's telling us to buy it down here, 60.54. It's at 60.86. Should we still get in this trade right here? Should we still get in this trade? Well, it's not that far away. It's like, you know, what, 30 cents away. That's not bad. I can get in this trade. Even if it takes some time, a couple hours, it'll be up higher. Maybe right now it's at the top of the Bollinger Band. It'll just stay right here for a little while, then jump up. So let's go ahead and take this trade, US oil. And we want to buy US oil. So all we do is the same thing. We're going to go to protection order. We're going to do 2% down here. And this is a part where you, you just want to stay consistent and doing the same thing over and over. It's like the little mundane things, 2%, 3%. Send in the order. It started out at $160 down. Now it's only $100 down. So we got to look at like what's the spread when we first get in the trade, so we know, you know, what we're automatically losing to winning. So let's just put something right here. And let's go to the other one, USD JPY. Put where we got in at. All right, so we're in both of those trades. Now, I want to ask you guys, what are any questions you guys have? Go ahead and unmute yourself and talk. This is more of a session of where we're going to be understanding how to take a trade and understanding how to win a trade. Go ahead, you guys.
So if we got a candle, if we got a candles going up on the 5 minutes, but we have them going down on the 15 minutes, does that make a difference? Like if I trade on the 15-minute and it's going up, but will it be going down on the 1 minute or the 5 minute, if I'm making any sense?
Yeah, so different candle lengths are gonna make it go down or up different. Because right here we're on the 5 minutes and we see it just plateaued right here. If we go to the 15 minutes, we see that it looks way different. You know, so that's the only thing about the time frames. But what we want to do is we want to look at the high. We're taking a trade on the higher time frame. We're taking a trade on the fourth. Like we just took this trade right here, US JPY. We took it on the 4 hours candles because we took it on this trade right here to buy. Okay, so that means that we're expecting this to do stuff like this, right? And that's 1,000 pips right there. So even though it looks like it's not that long of a distance because we're in the 4-hour candles, like if we just get out right here, that's a great trade. We could be in this trade for like 4 hours because this is what it took 4 hours for this to go down like this. So it might take another 4 hours for it to go back up to this level where we see that it has a resistance that it keeps on going to over and over and over again on the 4 hours and going back down. So we would want to be in this trade to up here. Now, why do we get in this 4-hour trade? Well, we can't just look at the 4 hours and say, oh, okay, perfect, and take the trade. Now we got to go to the 15 minutes and look and see what's going on. Now, what we see right here is that for 4 hours, yes, it was going down, but now we see that it's starting to go up. See, we see these last two candles are starting to go up on the 15 minutes. And this gives us an idea that, yes, it should still be going up. This should keep on going up. If we look at the 5 minutes, we can see that it was going up too. So right here, it started going up. You know, our sellers brought it back down. Buyers brought it back up. Sellers are kind of in control right now. And so buyers should start making it go up again. Now, if we look at the 5 minutes, it's in a downtrend on the 5 minutes. It tells us right here, right? But in the higher time frames, in the 4 hours, it's a 99% uptrend. On the 1 day, it's 100% uptrend. So on the higher time frames, like the big wave in the background of the beach is a big wave that's going to hit us. And so we want to be, you know, out so far into the ocean to where we could take that big wave with these higher time frames, because the littler ones are just the waves that are kind of like knocking you around in the water. They're not really doing anything. They're not taking you to the beach. You know, they're not you know, they're just like hitting you, and you got to duck under the waves and things like that. And it's just, those are like a lot of noise. And that's what you're saying. Like on the lower time frames, you're going to get a lot of noise. You're not going to get a lot of movement. So there's a lot of noise. There's different candles going up. But if we took this trade right here to go up at its lowest point, and we're right here, it's barely at 15. So it's not, it didn't do anything, right? But if we look in the higher time frames, you know, the next candle is trying to do something. Now we're looking at something that's trying to go way up. So the littler time is noise. If you use the little times to trade, you'll never become rich in trading. The only people that are really rich in trading is the people that take high time frames. And all you're doing is you're looking at the trade from a lower time frame, seeing like, is it going up? Is it starting to go down? That's what we're in here for this 15 minutes. Like, it's starting to go up. See, in the 4 hours, we can't really see anything but this fresh candle that's going up. We don't really see this 4 hours where it started coming back up a little bit on this 4 hours. And that's what we see when we zoom in on the 15 minutes. So good question, Ricky. The different time frames, you want to take trades from the hour, 4 hours, and 1 day. Those are the trades that I'm always looking for on the Telegram. So if I'm on Telegram, this is a 15-minute trade. I'm really not worried about that. I'm not worried about this 15-minute trade. I'm worried about this 240 time frame. That's 4 hour candles. This is a 4 hour trade. This is a 4 hour trade. This is a half an hour trade. See, I'm looking for, you know, an hour, 4 hours in a day. Sometimes I'll take, like, we took the 30-minute trade on US oil because we got 15-minute trade after that told us that. But we're looking for the higher time frames. We're not always trying to trade the 15-minute trades, because those are the noise trades. Those are the ones that are like, we're sitting in the water and we're not going to get to the shore. We're not going to make a lot of money, but we'll make some. So a lot of people are stuck taking these 15-minute trades because more 15-minute trades are going to come out than any other trade, because the lower the time frame, the more trades happen. Why? Why is that happening? Why on the lower time frames more trades are going to happen? Because let's look. This right here is every 4 hours. So 4 hours ago, it told us to take this trade right here about an hour ago, because this is only in 3 hours and 30 minutes are still left in the 4 hour candle of this new one. So this is 4 hours, 8 hours, 12, 16, 20, 24. So only one trade in this 24 hours, one trade in the 24 hours before, and then another trade in the 24 hours before that. So we're only getting one trade out of the 4 hours on US JPY a day. We're only getting one. Let's look at the hour trades. And this is, there goes one right here, but now we got to count 24 candles to get to the next one. And so there's going to be more of these, like this right here. This is like a 24-hour time span, but there's like 3 trades that we're taking right here, right? Let's look at 30 minutes. 30 minutes, the same thing. Now you got to count 28 of these candles to get to 24 hours. So, you know, these are 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at all these winning trades. 7, right? So there's about 7, 8 trades in a day on the 15 minutes on JPY. Well, if we go to the 15 minutes, we're going to have even more trades. Even though they look, there's the same kind of spaced out on the candles, but it's just happening way faster because these candles are only 15 minutes instead of 4 hours now. Good question. Okay, let's get some more questions in here. Ricky, get another one if you have one.
Oh, no, I'm good on that.
Okay. Does anybody have anything like, man, I want to make money right now. What do I do to make money right now? Who's thinking that in their mind? It hasn't pulled out money yet. And some of it is just because we're new traders. You know, I'm telling people, like, when they get in this academy, it's going to take like 3 to 4 months to start making consistent money. You know, now, can you make money your first month? You could. You can make money your first month. But then I always ask people, I'm like, you know, some people that I do one-on-ones with, I say, well, when do you need to make money? I need to make money yesterday. And then I asked him, I said, okay, so what are you doing? Well, I'm trading. I got a prop firm. And then I say, well, tell me your daily thing. Like, what are you doing for trading? Well, I jump on the call in the morning a little late, and then I use the robots to trade in the daytime. That's cool. But somebody that's new, they should actually be watching the videos. They should be watching the videos, trying to watch all the videos, because in the videos, it's going to teach you how to trade, because I'm actually trading live and telling you exactly what I'm doing. So those videos are always a necessity of you learning how to trade fast enough to make a lot of money. Now, a lot of people, they don't like videos. They don't like to read. You know, I wrote 2 books that you guys could get that can help you go faster. I mean, there's all kind of things that will help you go faster. But what I notice with people is they don't really want to go faster. They look at trading like it's what is it? A quick, like a quick, quick, get rich quick scheme. This is not what trading is. Trading isn't a get rich quick scheme. Trading is learn how to do it and make money for the rest of your life. So you got to switch your mind, because a lot of things that we do on the side, like we go to a job and we say, okay, this is going to be our thing that we're going to take our time with, and we're going to make money with, and we're going to use our hours to make money with. And we understand that. But when it comes to trading, people that work jobs like that in careers and own businesses, they're like, this is my second thing. They think it's like a network marketing thing. They think it's like, let me work really hard for a couple months and then float and make money for the rest of my life. That's not how this is. This is like, let me learn this like a job. It's like kind of like coming into a job. Like my wife works at Prudential, right? And she just started a new position in Prudential, and last week was her first week. Well, last week she didn't even do anything. She just had to make sure that she was on the computer, so she would, touch the mouse and make sure her computer didn't fall asleep for the first week. Well, this is the second week, and now they're training her. Now she's on training calls. So, you know, you're not going to be able to be at Prudential and just start answering phone calls, and they got all this liability because you don't know what you're doing. They got to train you before you start making. You're going to make money with Prudential because they're going to pay you for the training. But with trading, there is no you make money while you're training. Like that's not going to happen. Sometimes you got to go through the training phase to where this is a new thing. Like you don't know how to get on the phone with a Prudential customer, and they don't want you messing that up. So then I tell you, when you get into trading, I say, you do not know how to trade. So don't put any money in trading yet. Or I'll tell you to get a prop firm account for like $50 or $100, something that you could just try out. If you lose, it doesn't bother you. But I want people to start trading. Like that's why I do one-on-ones with people. I want to do a one-on-one, and I want to see what they're doing. I want to see, most of the people are winning. Like Vicky, I looked at her account last night. She started out with 10,000. Now it's 3,000. She is winning. Manual always is winning. You know, Pedro winning. You know, I haven't did a one-on-one with Dave, but he's probably winning. Um, there's people that are winning, that then I'll tell them, I'll say, okay, well, how much do you have? Well, I got, 2,000 saved up. Okay, well, if you got 2,000 saved up for trading, let's put it in the market, and let's see what you could do. And when Pedro did that, he put the, 1,500 after really learning how to trade and having a good percentage on the demo. Then he made 4,500 his first 30 days of trading with money in there. So, what do you guys want? What do you guys expect? Are you guys taking the training part of this academy serious, to where you're training like a real job or a real career? Or, I'm a teacher. I went to college for teaching, but I had to go to 4 years in college, right? Then I had to do 2 years in the master program, and then I still got to do free stuff, to where I'm gonna be teaching for like 6 months for free, and then I get credentialed. There's no money they give you during that time. I'm actually teaching whole classes underneath the master teacher, and I'm not getting any payment for 6 months. This is how most careers are. When people are in a barber school, same thing, a barber college, they're doing the same thing. They're not making no money. So are you willing to learn? Are you willing to train so then you can make money for the rest of your life? You know, these are the questions that I'll ask you on a one-on-one. Here's our website right here. And at the bottom of our first page of our website are 2 books that I wrote. How to Master Forex. This is for beginners, right? And it has some advanced stuff in it. And then this is a book that I feel like is really needed in the space that we're in. Like, how do you navigate your trading academies? Like, what do you do to learn in a trading academy how to make money? And this is a good book that teaches you, like, what kind of student do you want to be? Because the different students you are, the more you'll make. So these are 2 books that I wrote, and they're in Freedom Livestream. These are books that you can read, and then, you know, learning from the back office on the videos too. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody want to take a trade? You know, who's having problems taking trades and understanding like how to take the trade? Anybody? Go ahead and unmute yourself. All right. So trading's real simple. Trading is real simple. All you're gonna do is, you know, look at the Telegram. So these are the steps that I do. Once again, I'm looking at the Telegram. Why do I look at the Telegram and not the trading view for a trade? Because the Telegram is going to shoot out a trade from all different kind of trade setups. Okay, so I could be looking at US oil and I got this trade right here, but maybe there's not another trade coming in. Right now, the trade came in GBP USD. I would have to look through all the 5 trades in this channel to get that one that the trading view is going to show me, right? Let's go to a different signal. So let's go to this signal right here. We got a sell and a buy. Should I get this trade right here? No, it's a sell and then a buy, same time frames. I'm good. That's a reverse. That's not a double confirmation. What we're looking for is like this, a double confirmation on these 2 right here to sell. But this is like 3 hours ago, so it's not even prevalent. I wouldn't even take that trade. Let's look at Nas. Nas is giving us sell and a buy. We don't want to get that either. You know, look at gold was at 157. So, you know, these trades are older than 3 hours. They're not even viable right for us. Let's look and see if the stock gave us anything this morning. So we haven't got any stock trades yet. And so the only trades we really have are GBP, USD. So now I see this trade, it says 15 minutes. Well, I don't even trade 15 minutes, remember. So now I'm going to look at it and see if it's a good setup for a higher time frame, and I'll take it. GBP USD. GBP USD. And here we are right here. It's telling us to buy. We see that it told us to buy the last 15 minutes ago, and it already shot up. So that's a good buy. If we would have bought it, we would be winning right now. Let's see what it looks like on the higher time frames. It looks like it's going up on all time frames. You know, on the day, it's in a downtrend. On the 4 hours, it's in an uptrend. Right? And that just means it's above this blue line right here. 70% uptrend on the 4 hours. So I like this trade. We can still take this trade if we want to, or we could bypass it. You know, but I'm going to look at the Telegram, then I'm going to look at the trading view, and then I'm going to take the trade. That's how the system works. It's not just a Telegram signal and then we take the trade. We go to the Telegram, then we look at the trading view, then we take the trade. If we're buy or self trading. If I'm trading for you, then it's a different whole concept. All right. Let's see. You guys have a question, please. Anybody that has one-on-one questions, bring them up right now. Let's go over, because a lot of the people have the same type of questions. Go ahead. Somebody else, please say something.
I wanted to know how we could link Telegram up with the trading account on the laptop.
Okay, so the only thing you need to do is just go right here and then put in Telegram. And whatever kind of computer you have an Android, they'll ask you right here. And then we just download it. So open up a new tab, go to Telegram, and then it tells you right here, it'll open up this page for you, log into Telegram. So you got to go on your phone to Telegram and hit settings, devices, then link desktop device. Once you hit this thing right here with your camera. And then now Telegram will be on your computer also. I like Telegram on my computer. And I don't like stuff to be two different places, right? Let me not say that. I love it. This stuff is in two different places, but I want all my stuff to be on the computer when I'm trading on the computer. When I'm trading on my phone and I'm outside, I need Telegram on there. I need TradingView on there, and I need the trading account. So whatever you're trading on, you should have the full 3-point layout. The 3-point layout is Telegram signals, TradingView indicators, and your trading account. So that's why I have it all on my computer, because I want those 3 things on there. I don't want to look at my phone and then go to my computer for TradingView and then take the trade, on my phone. Or it's like you're doing that. That might stress somebody out. Let's just say that. So I want everything to be in one place. Good question, Ricky, on that. You have any other questions, Ricky?
Yeah, my computer's kind of running a little slow. So I wanted to know if you could just kind of brief that one more time.
Okay, so look at these trades right here. I'm gonna get out of this one. It's $400. That's all I wanted out the oil. I came in not that much, right? USDJPY, I'm gonna get out of this trade too. So I got 2 trades that I just won, and that took me about 10 minutes. Okay, so what do we need to trade? Okay, the first thing we need is our Telegram. Why do we need Telegram so much? Telegram is gonna give us an instant trades. It's just gonna pop up with trades that are good right now. Like right now, gold, 15 minutes to buy at 645. So it's 648 right now. So 645, we got a gold buy. Now I'm looking, I'm saying, is there any other gold? Well, this gold right here was 4 hours ago, and it says the opposite to sell. I'm not even worried about this because it's past like 2-3 hours ago. So I'm not even gonna look at that. All I got is a gold buy right here on my screen. This is too long ago, so I don't care about that. So gold, now let's look. It's telling us to get gold at 4132. So let's go. Now we're on Telegram. We just got our trade. So we don't even have to look through this trading view for all our trades, right? We're just confirming it. So let's go and let's look at gold now. And here we go with gold. And when did it tell us to take the trade? It told us to take the trade at 4132. So where is it right now? It's at 4123. And what does it tell us? It's telling us to buy or sell. It's telling us to buy. So it's telling us to buy at 4132. Okay, now it's at 4124, which is lower than it told us to get in. So that's even better. It's a better trade for us to get in right now than before. So let's go ahead and get in this trade. This is gold. So go to gold, XAU USD right here. We're going to hit buy. Okay, now we're on gold. It's going down, so we don't want to get it right now while it's still going down. So go to price and set this up. We're not even ready to push the button yet. It's kind of stopped right there where we are. This might be a good place to get it. So I like it right here. Stop going down. and we just bought this. I was down $300 getting in this trade. Did you see that? So I'm not going to be able to get out of this trade really, really fast. But we see, you know, it's really moving. It's moving fast. It's moving really fast. So let's put what we got in at right here. We got in right here. And now it's going up. Okay. So now we're at $1,000 already. You see that? So it's going up, up, up. How long should we stay in this trade? Well, you know, in my mind, I only wanted like $1,000, so I could have got out already when it was at 1,000. So let me wait for it to get, you know, I want 2,000. Let's try to get 2,000 out of this trade right here. We probably need to get out right around this area right here. Okay. So we're at 700, 800, about to be 1,000. And so I want to get out right there. I just made another 1,000. So, you know, okay, well, let's go look and see what we did today so far. So we switched this to today. So we made one trade, we made 240. Our second trade, we made 400. Our third trade, we made 1,000. We just made $1,600 today already, just on this phone call, just taking a couple trades. Could have stayed in here, it kept on going up, right? But we got out. It was a 15-minute trade. We weren't trying to stay in there that long. It was just a 15-minute trade. It wasn't confirmed on the higher time frame. So, you know, we just wanted to get in and get out of that trade. Good question, Riggy. Ask some more, man. Ask some more. So the 3 trade setup: Telegram, Trading View, and our trading account. We need that on our phone or on our laptop so we could use all the stuff that we need. Okay. Let's go look at Apple and stuff. Yeah, we haven't got any trade calls from that yet. Amazon, no trade calls. Nvidia, no trades. But look at it. Look at how this thing just wins all the time. Like, this is a 15 minutes, but I'm really concerned about the 1 hour to 4 hours of one day. So let's just see. Like, this trade right here was really a great 1 hour trade, big money, right? If we look at 4 hours, same thing. This one's up here, goes way down here. We could have made a whole lot of money off of that. Okay, and if we look at the 1 day, if you ever see a 1 day come through, it's like the best trade ever. Because it will say on the Telegram, it will say D. And you barely get them. Look, these are 15, 30, 60. We got to go up a little bit to see a D. Let's see where a D is. A D means 1 day trade, which, you know, happens like maybe once a month. You'll get a day trade from one of the different trades. See, we haven't even seen a day trade yet. So when you do get a D on here, it's like super vital. That's like the best trade. I'm always looking for the day trades. Haven't even seen 1 day trade yet. Look at all the ones that I looked at. No day trade yet. Let's look at this one right here, signals. This is a 4 hour trade, which is second best trade we could actually get. I love those 240 trades. I have to scroll back so far to find one. But when you see one pop up, you really want to jump in it. All right, let's see. Let's go look. The fastest way to find like a day trade is to look on here, because we could just switch it to the day and see the last time it happened. So last time it happened on gold was October 10th. US 30 last time was November 3rd. This was October 8th. This was October 31st. So if you can spot these day trades, like right here, here goes one that happened 3 days ago on the 6th. And so I'm always looking for those. Look at this trade right here. This is a great trade right here. This would have made a whole bunch of money right here. I like to show you on gold how much stuff would make. Let's just say we took this trade on gold right here, and we took it to right here. That's $38,000 we would have made if we were doing one lot size. I'm trading, because of the shutdown, I'm trading 5 lot sizes. I usually trade 10 to 20. So because of the shutdown, I'm on 5. So we would have did 5 times this. We would have made $100 and some thousand off of this trade right here. Let's look if we would have took the trade right here, got out up here, same thing, $39,000. So there's a lot of money on these day trades that you stay in for days and days and days. Like right here, if you would have got in this trade, let's just say you got out right here, you would have been in this trade for 17 days, made $13,000 off of one lot. So there's ways that we can make so much money trading. It's crazy, but you got to learn how to trade on the higher time frames. Good question. Let's get some more questions. We got like 3 more minutes. Let's get a couple more questions here. Does everybody know how to push the buttons like I was just showing you to take the trade, or what? Looked like a trade just came out, USDJPY. Now we're going to look, is there any other USDJPYs to buy? There's a buy for 60 minutes. There's a buy for 4 hours. There's another buy for 4 hours. Another buy for 4 hours. So that's the trade we already took and we won money on. So let's see what that looks like now. USDJPY to buy. And so we got all these signals telling us to buy this. We bought it. We cashed out already. And it's telling us right now we can get in for another good trade right here. And as we see, it's just going up. Like we got our way over here, and it's just continually going up. So the bot, all the trades we took with the bot won today. All we did was take bot trades. We won and we got out. 3 different bot trades. I took a USDJPY trade. I took a gold trade, right? And I took a oil trade. So I took 3 different trades by 3 different, USD right here, oil right there, and gold. I took 3 different trades, 3 different, time frames that it told me to take it on, and every trade won. In other academies, other people, they don't have a robot telling them when to trade. They don't have that. Or if they do, it's not consistent like this one is. This one is consistent and can really help. I had a man, he was one of my good friends, and he was always wanting to win on trading, but he could never win when he put real money in. And it was because he wasn't good at computers. And so he told himself, I'm not good at computers. I never touch computers. I mean, this is like for 6 months, the guy was telling me this every day. I'm not good at computers. I said, stop saying that. Because all you're doing is sabotaging yourself. If you're saying you're not good at computers and you got to use the computer to trade, then you're telling yourself in your brain, NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, the synapses, everything that you're telling yourself you're not going to be able to trade. That's what you're telling yourself. If you keep on saying, man, I can't use a computer. I can't use it. Well, then you're telling yourself you can't trade. So whatever you thought before, I couldn't use my phone, I couldn't use my computer. Yeah, because that's for really hard stuff. Like this stuff right here is real simple. It's already there for you. Like you push what? 3 buttons to trade. All you do is push 3 buttons to trade. You go to the trade you want, you hit buy or sell. If it's green, that means you're in a buy. If it's red, you can switch it right here. Red, that means you're in a sell. If you're selling, that means you want it to go down. If the bot tells you to sell, then you want it to go down. You want to make money when it's going down like this, right? If you're on a buy, you're making money when it goes up. That's it. And then so you push this, you put your lot size in. Now, once you put your lot size in, it stays the same. You don't have to change that. Then you just go to protection order. Protection, percentage of balance, take profit, percentage of balance, put a 2 up here, a 3 down here, and push send order. It's real simple. It's not like you can say that you don't know how to use your internet. It's not one of those, right? Right here, we got trading view. All you do is you go on the site, you push the different trades over here on the right side, or you put in the trades you want right here. That's it. And you're on your trade. Real simple. Like all this stuff is super simple. And the simplest thing is a Telegram robot. Like it's telling you to sell or buy. That's it. You're done. You look at this, you get the signal, you go back to trading view, you look and see if it's a good trade. Why do you look to see if it's a good trade? Well, what are you looking for on your trading view? You're looking for it to tell you where to trade. Let's go to a trade real quick. You're looking for a trade. Maybe we can look at the 5 minutes for a trade. I'm looking just for a trade that's taking place right now. And this is what I do sometimes too. If I'm not getting Telegram signals, I just go one by one, just click all of them and click them in different time frames to see, if there's any trades available right now. All right, let's say we wanted this trade right here. Now this trade is telling us to buy where? At 1.16. Now, if it's telling us down here and we get to this trade and it's way up here, that might not be a good trade still. I mean, I like this trade right here to buy right here. I still like it to buy. Like I would buy this trade right now based off of this one right here. Because what happened? It only went up a little bit and started going down. So I feel like it's going to go up like the robot said it was going to do. Now we're in a better position. It's lower than right here. So that's all we're doing. Telegram, trading view, trade, make the trade. That's it. And then we're leaving the trade alone. 2% to lose, 3% to win. We come back to the trade in an hour or two or something, look at it again. If it's up, like me, I was like, I only wanted $1,000 really from that trade. I didn't know how long it was going to last. Well, I see $1,000 on there. I close out the trade. That's it. If not, I just let the trade go all the way through. And when it gets 3%, it's done. Or if it gets 2% to lose, it's done. Does anybody have any questions?
I feel like the liquid charts, the trader.liquid charts view is much easier than the think trader. So which one do we use? Because for liquid charts, I have a demo and 2 live accounts. So it's like,
So it's
do
2
we
different
continue
things.
on the demo? Okay, go ahead.
No, you can go to the live account if you want to. The thing about liquid traders is that's what we're trading our real money in. So it's a different concept. If we don't have enough money in there, we're really trading really low amounts. And that's why it's better just to get a prop firm account so you can trade more money. So then when you pass the test, you can make more money, right? Making money off of $200 trading is really difficult. Because let's say we had $20,000 and we make 2%, that's what, $200 or something, right? No, $400. That's $400 we made. Now we feel good making 2% on $20,000, $400. That sounds good, right? But making 2% on $200, it's like you made $4. That's not gonna make anybody happy. So that's why we do the prop firm. If we only got a little bit to put in there, we do a prop firm. You know, I would tell
The prop
people like,
firm, I don't see where you could change it to percent of balance when you do the take profit and stop loss. I
yeah,
think
that's
that's what I'm
different.
getting
Yeah,
humped up
they
on.
don't have that on there.
Right.
So used to do this just on the other one too. Before they put the percentage of balance in the liquid traders, we used to do the same thing. We would say, okay, we got $5,000 account. What is 1% of 5,000? $50. So now we're looking at $50 to $100 with our stop loss. And so all we do is we change it on the bottom. Remember I showed you how to do that?
Yeah.
Yep. Another thing that's good about Think Trader is that you could trade on here. Like I could take your Think Trader and then you could trade using TradingView, which is cool. Like you could trade using this right here. It'll say buy, sell, and then you'll just be trading on here. It'll be your Think Trader will be connected to the TradingView. We could do that for you. I can show you how
I
to
would
do
be
that.
interested in
And
that.
then
Okay.
yeah, and trading on TradingView is way simpler than trading just on the regular Think Trader account.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
I can show
noticing
you how
today.
to do that. I can show you how to set that up. That's real
Okay.
the better way to trade when you're trading the Think Trader. It's a good question. And so what do we want to make? Like, let's just say that we're on a $5,000 account. So what are we trying to make? We're trying to make like 10% a month of whatever account we have. That's our goal. Our goal is 10% a month, right? Anything more than that is great. You know, anything less than losing is great. Even if we went 2% is great, right? When we start losing, then that's when we gotta start reformulating what we're doing. So let's say we have a $5,000 account. You know, we want to win trades at like $30 to $100. Now, if we win 5 trades for $100, that means we beat the test, and now we're in real money. And so once we're in real money, then it gives us a live account. We're trading $5,000. Same rules apply when you were trying to beat the test, but now if you go up money, you can pull out money. Every week you can pull out money. So the prop firm is a really, really good thing for people that are just beginning trading and people that, you know, don't want to spend up their savings yet because they're just learning how to trade. And you could lose $50 instead of 5,000 is way better. You know? That's a great one. So let's see how to, I bet you there's a video. So these are the videos that show you how to do it. This is the words that show you how to do it. And let me just give you one of these videos. This is like a 3-minute video. There's 1-minute videos. This looks like.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to walk you through.
Do you know how to go to the chat?
Yeah.
Go to your chat in Zoom and click that video. So then you have the video.
Thank you.
And then, yeah, and then just put your trading view.
Why is Amazon?
Think Trader. Uh-huh. Somebody had a question?
No, that was just a video playing. Sorry.
Oh, no. Yep. So we took 3 trades, 3 different trades. We took 3 trades from the robot and all of them won. We talked about just taking the trades, and your setup is your Telegram, your trading view, and then your trading account. That's it. Real simple. And I'll be putting this in the back office. So we took some trades real simply, and Does anybody else have any other questions? Does anybody want to share their screen and take a trade for us? I'm going to stop sharing. Go ahead. Somebody share their screen. And show me the trade. Anybody go ahead and click share. And I just want to see a trade being taken. I want to see the steps by somebody else than me. Ricky, do you want to do it?
No, I'm in problems with PC right now.
Okay. Vicky, do you want to share your screen? Larry. Alaviano. You want to share your screen, Alaviano?
Yeah, let's see. All right. Share. How do I do that now? Screen, there we go.
It's on the bottom. It says share green.
Yeah, I'm loading up right now.
Mm-hmm.
So slow.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to do it, but it's not working. Let's see. Can you see my screen now?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Hold on. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Apparently, I have to allow Zoom. I have to give permission to Zoom. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. Okay. I think it's working now. Let's see.
Beautiful. Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, I can.
Okay. Um,
Do you got?
I'm a guppy.
Yeah, you're new to this.
Yeah, I'm a guppy trader. I trade the pound yen. So if I was going to trade based on my own little analysis, I'll be trading. I'll be on the sell on this one.
GBP
And bear in
JPY.
mind,
1 second. Let me look at it.
yes.
Let me look at it real quick. GBP JPY. Okay. That's a good trade. GBP JPY. I love everything combined to JPY. All right, on the 5 minutes, nothing. Okay. I'm just looking at all the time frames and seeing if we got any trade. We got a trade to go up on the 4 hours. I kind of like this
Okay.
trade to go up because it just took okay, so why do I like this trade to go up? On the 15 minutes, it went 15, 30, 45, 60. It went an hour and 15 minutes up. And then it went down one candle. That to me, because it was outside the Bollinger Band, looks like it's just breathing. So it went down to breathe, and then it looks like it's gonna continue to go up. It's actually hitting the resistance of the old, so it might ricochet and go back up. Let's take a buy right here, GBP JPY. And then before we take the buy, why were you saying that it was good to take a sell right here?
Well, just based on, well, I look at a couple of things, right? So I look at the USD JPY right now because you said the USD JPY is a buy right now. That's what you said. Well, that's what the
GBP JPY.
bot said. No, the USD JPY. I'm trying to say, I don't know why it doesn't come up here. And then I was also looking at the Euro GBP. Sorry, I have this on my computer. This is on my phone, so I switched to my phone, so I apologize.
No problem.
Now,
We can see.
now here's what I'm looking at, right? I'm looking at the pound getting weak this last 15 minutes against the euro. So based on that, in my own opinion, I felt like the pound yen is going to go down just for a little bit. So I'm hoping to catch a bit of maybe like $20-$30 on this trade.
Okay, so that is okay. Let me show you what you're doing, and then share again. I want to show you one thing real quick. Okay, so you're
Sure.
based. This is what you should be doing. This is 20% of what we trade on Forex. 20% is based. Oh, can you guys hear me now? Somebody unmute. Tell me if they can hear me.
Now we can. You were gone for a
Yeah,
few
I was
seconds.
gone for a second. Okay, so what I was trying to tell them is that 20% of our way that we trade is based off of strength indicators when we're trading Forex. So right here, we see GBP getting weak. It's a 2. We see JPY is a 2 right here. Let's look at our second one. We got to look at 2. So go ahead and write or put these in your computer or currency strength meters, 2 of them. You got to have 2. So GBP is going down, but we see JPY is also down. So this isn't like a relevant David versus Goliath trade. If we're trading this way, that you're saying you would either go Euro versus the USD or Euro versus GBP. That's the biggest, or Euro versus JPY. That's what you would do if you were just doing it straight off of currency strength. But the thing about currency strength is just 20% of our thing. We can't just trade based off of what's stronger and what's weaker, because what could happen is one could go up really fast and the other one can go down really fast. Like right here, GBP, JPY, it's an even flush. So we couldn't even trade that off of that one. So the better trade would be Euro versus JPY or Euro versus USD. That's the better one.
Okay. Thank you, Lonnie.
Yeah, but let's make a trade though. Let's do a trade. And I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna let you go back on it 1 second. I just want to pull up that currency strength meter one more time. And so it's both of these, this one and the other one. Yeah, it's really difficult to win just off of the currency strength meter. Now that's part of our thing, is to use the currency strength meter, but that's what we look at first, and then we go ahead and view the whole trade and everything like that after that. So let's just see. And see, look at it, it's already going up like I was saying. You see that?
Can you share your screen?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot it took me off.
Yes, I see it.
All right, so here we go. So it went down and breathed. This one kind of went up a little bit. It's back down again. But let's look at Euro JPY. Should be going straight up. This should be like an even better trade. And we see all of these going up, and then we see it breathing right here. Breathe right here, and it's breathing right now. This looks like a good trade to take based off of what you were saying. Also, we got a buy right here for the hour. It went straight up. So I'm gonna stop sharing it and go ahead. And you can still take that one trade that you were gonna take, and let's see what it does. Go ahead and share your screen again.
Okay. So I'm still on that particular trade. Let's see. Hold on a second here. I'm still on that particular one, and oh, sorry, that's the wrong. Wait, 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
So, well, I'm taking the same trade on a different account, and it's still on the sell for the pound. I did a sell for the pound yen, and let's see, and it's kind of doing exactly what you said it was going to do. Not exactly going down, so he's just hanging around that resistance. But then again, who knows what will happen like shortly. But I was just trying to see if I can get just a few bucks out of it, just in and out,
Yeah.
like you always do. So
Yeah.
like right now, close positions, and that's it.
And you won all three. There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
Great job. Yeah. We're 3-0. Now we're 6-0 as a team.
Right.
That was good. What broker is this?
This is XNext.
XNext. Okay.
Yeah, XNext, yes.
Yep. And just make sure if you're not with the brokers we use, because we don't even own the brokers we use, but one thing you don't want to do is to make all kinds, like I did this, man. I put $10,000. I made $300,000 in like 2 months in a broker. And then I tried to take the money from the broker and they wouldn't let me. They were like, well, we'll pay you $250 a week for years.
Right.
And so you got to make sure that it's a good broker that been paid
Yeah,
out.
this happened to me in 2009. There was a company called Talinex. I made about $70,000, and when I was about to withdraw, the company went under or something. And till today, I don't have my money. I can't trace them, nothing. So I get you. I know what you mean. Yes.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean, but it happens though. That's just real life. It's crazy.
It
Like
does
everybody
happen.
that's
Yeah.
been a master trader or a good trader been burnt by a broker. Like, so that's why, like with this academy, like liquid brokers, like I came with them from something called sway brokers. They always pay out my friend got $1 million payout. They never missed a payout on nobody. Like nobody's on the internet saying they ever missed a payout. You got to look at all the reviews and stuff. And this company got bought out by a big hedge fund and they changed the name to Liquid Brokers. And they've been Liquid Brokers for almost a year and they never missed a payout. So that's why I love Liquid Brokers. I know people that are pulling out money as real traders. Some brokers are just set up to basically take people's money. Let's just be honest about it, right? But when somebody hits, they don't even have the money to pay out people because they're basically making a little bit of money from people coming in with like $100, $1,000 and losing. And then somebody like me comes in and makes $300,000. It's like, how are we going to pay out that person?
Right.
So we need to have a broker that's $1 billion broker that has lots and lots of hedge fund money. And so those are the brokers because those are the ones that are going to be licensed. Now, you want to look for a broker that's licensed either in America, which is stupid hard. I wouldn't even, I don't want to trade in an American broker. That's what people don't understand. They're like, why don't you trade? You know, my brother, why don't you trade an American broker? They're so regulated. Yeah, but they're going to pay you out in cash. It's going to be, they're going to tax you. They're going to do their part of our government. So the one that you could trade that's in America is actually part of our government system. So everything's going to be like different. The broker that we have, we get paid in crypto. There's no crypto laws on like taxing or whatever. We don't know. It's still like the wild, wild west. So I'd rather get paid with crypto because I know how to turn it into cash and everything like that. Then the prop firm. There's prop firms out there that don't pay you either. Like you get into a prop firm, you know, you make all this money and then they don't want to pay you. And that's because it's not a big broker. Like the only ones that are going to pay you is if you get into a live account with somebody and then they put you in live. Like liquid brokers, when we're in a trade, we're in a live account. We're in a live brokerage with people that are buying and selling, and they got the money from the people that are losing to give to the money of the people that are winning. Now, liquid brokers, they don't make money when we lose. They only make money when we win. So liquid
Oh.
brokers is like your friend. Like they want you to win because the more trades you make, the more money they make. They only make like a spread. They only make a percentage, like a low percentage. Every time you make a trade, liquid broker puts you into the real world trade, and then they just take a little percentage of your trade. So somebody like liquid brokers, they're actually set up to help you win, because the more trades you make, the more money they make. So they want you to keep on making trades. They don't make money when you lose. You know, now other brokers that aren't going to put you into a live setting, it's like you're going to be in a demo account, you're going to beat the prop thing, then they're going to say they're going to put you on a live account, but all they're doing is still doing like a demo with you. You're not in like a live account. So let's say you win all the money, they might not even have the money to pay you. So that's why I like the two brokers that we chose, because they're liquid, or Think Trader is the #1 prop firm in the world. They got so much crazy money, and then they've been around for like 20 something years. And then Liquid Brokers too has the money to pay out. So we just really worried about if they have the money to pay out. And you know, I've been through a lot of brokers, so those are the two brokers that I picked. But yeah, you're looking good, man. You're looking good on the buys and sells. You probably, you know, I don't even know if you have, you don't have the robot yet, huh?
No, I don't have the robot. No.
Okay, so yeah, you're still in the free membership that lasts for 2 weeks, and you can watch us trade. But
Right.
instead of you like thinking about, you know, the currency strength and everything like that, how about if you just had a robot like us that told you when to buy or sell? Then it's like super simple to trade. You don't have to know your strategy. You don't have to think. You know, I used to have to think for 10, 20, 30 minutes, an hour if I wanted to trade, if it was, you know, what percentage of a trade it was. And by the time that I figured all that out, sometimes the trade was already gone. So that's what I
Right.
hated. I hated that. So now that I get the microsecond trade, it tells me when to trade. Now I got a little bit of time, couple minutes to look. You know, the further the candle is, like on a 15-minute, you got about 5 minutes to jump in there. If you just see it live, you got 5 minutes to get in there and get to that trade if it's good. On the 4-hour candles or day candles, you have hours to get into the trade before it's not a good trade anymore. So,
Right.
you know, that's what I love about it. And we should upgrade you, man, because I think you can make a lot of money right now. You got live accounts already?
Yep. I have two live
Okay.
accounts.
So
Yeah.
you should be making money, man. I want to see you pull out money. How much is in
Right.
your live account?
I have one that's 1,170, and then the
Okay.
other has about 100 and something thousand.
Okay. On
But
a
that
live
one is
account
not mine.
or demo?
Yeah. No, live account, but that's not mine. That's for a client.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I'm trading for a client. Yeah.
Okay. And you might want to take that, and because what we have is an auto bot. And so you might want to take that 100,000 and put it on the auto bot and try to make more money with him. You could trade too, but you could also put it on the auto bot so it makes trades for you. So it's like you're always kind of winning. You know, the auto bot takes like 1 to 2 trades a day.
So does the Autobot, like, he actually does the execute the trades without me being there?
Everything. It does a trade, it puts a stop loss, take profit, and it closes out when it hits take profit or stop loss.
And does it accept, or does it work on any broker?
I need to talk to my programmer about that, because usually what happens is they put it into liquid brokers. And then if you got it in liquid
Okay.
brokers, it's easy to do everything in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Real,
All right.
real simple on liquid brokers. Is this the one that you're on? Is it based off of MT5?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So it shouldn't be any problem. The only thing is that it takes a lot of trust for me to put like the auto bot on there. I got to make sure that I'm always being able to check it and make sure, because I make 50% of the profit on there. So, you know, let's say
Okay.
that the auto bot makes like $20,000-$30,000 its first month. Then when the person wants to take out money, I'll compound it. I don't have no problem. But when the person takes out their 50% of the profit, I need to be able to take out my part, you know? That's the only thing. So
Okay.
usually we have it in a PAM account to where they could just put it into an account that I'm trading right now. For a lot of people, or we could figure out something with liquid brokers, because you could have just an account for that 100,000, and then me and you could kind of monitor it and see how much it is. That's why with liquid brokers it's pretty cool, because they have one sign in for where you put the money and take the money out, and they got another sign in for where you're trading. So you would give me the sign in for trading, and then you would have that too,
Okay.
and then I'll be able to check and see how much money's in there all the time.
Okay. Kind of like is it a trader's password and something? Is that what you would need, like a trader's password?
Yeah. With liquid brokers, it's already set up like that. So you got the password to get into the broker, which is where you put your money in and take your money out, set up the accounts. And then they got, once you get into the charts account, then there's another password. So I couldn't take no money out or anything, but I could see how much money's in there, and I could make trades too. Because that $100,000
Oh,
account, you could be making money off of that right now.
right. Okay. All right, that
Yeah, and
sounds
like you
good.
see, when I'm trading, it was 80-something% when I was trading live. And then when the robot was trading, it was 70%. But the way that I set it up, it was making way more money, because on the long trades, I was making it so I would lose like 2%, but I would win like 6%. So,
Okay.
after it took so many long trades, it actually doubled the account. So yeah,
Okay,
we
that
can get
sounds good.
on
I'll
that. We can
check
get on
it
that
out.
later
Yeah.
today. I
Sure.
help I
Definitely.
help somebody at 9. What time is it? I'm gonna go help somebody. He's an autistic adult. I make food for. Yesterday I made French toast. He was so happy. He was like, "That was my best French toast." But yeah, but once I get done with him, like around 1 or 2 o'clock, then I could help you set all that up. Real
All
simple.
right.
And that's what you'll come across, people like that don't want to trade, but they just want you to trade for them. But when you make people like that money, then they're happy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's get your person happy, and let's get some more people under your belt. Because I mean,
Okay.
that's what happened with my one friend. He was like 20 years old. They People invested $1 million in him. Now he's a big millionaire. I mean, this guy was adopted, had no money, living on the street, and he began to win a little bit of money in trading. But he was already like a viral person, so people started dumping money on him, and now he's a millionaire. So sometimes you need to get money from other people when you know what you're doing. Once you're winning trades, it's like, okay, because you could trade. I think you could trade like up to like 7 people without having a license. And this is
Okay.
overseas, so it doesn't even matter. If we were trading NCs in America, there's all kind of laws of trading people's money, but trading overseas is a little different. But we don't want to have anybody losing money. Yeah, but that's
Of
good, man.
course.
That's good. Let's get you rocking and rolling on that. You know how to make the trades. You have a
Certainly.
theory and a strategy of why you're trading. We just need to
Yes.
upgrade you, and so you can see the whole system, and then you'll be good. Later on today, let's upgrade you, and let's do something with that 100,000 so it's making money. Because that 100,000, even if like we're conservative and we make like $18,000 next month, that's good money to people. People that have 100,000, they're not making money like that. They're making like 10% on their money a year. Like if they put it into
Right.
like real estate or something. So if you can give somebody like 5 to 10% a month, man, somebody with real money, they understand. Like if you just talk to the average person, you're like, hey, I'm about to make you 10%. They don't got they got $1,000. Oh, you're gonna make me $100 a month. They don't see the full potential of the more money you put in, the more money you're gonna take out. And they're not, they're taking $1,000 and trying to make $1,000 in a day or two. It's like, no, you're gonna lose your money. Like we got to have a strategy to where we make a little bit at a time and we lose a little bit at a time. Because if we have it to where we're making too much at a time, then obviously we're going to end up losing the account. Because we got to remember
Right.
these are trillionaires out here, right? That we're facing in the market. It's $1 trillion movement, and we're just trying to eat a little bit off of their movements. That was good, man. I'm glad you shared that. Does anybody have any
Yeah, I
questions
appreciate
about what we were talking about or anything?
No.
Nope. Well, if not, I think we had a great session. And I think tomorrow, let's do a little bit more of this, because right now they're about to open up the government. And once they do, probably next week, it'll be clean selling again. But let's go over some training stuff. Let's take just some bot trades. Tomorrow, we took 3 bot trades. We won them. Our guy right here, he took 3 trades. He closed them out and won those. It's real. All we got to do is put this in our mind that this is real. Because some of us are still like in here thinking this is fake. Some of us are still in here thinking it can't be me, right? It can't be me that just pushes a button and makes money. Why not? Everybody that's rich, that's super rich, teach their kids what? You notice what their kids get into? They either become like lawyers or they become like hedge fund managers. All they do is take their parents' money and then trade it like this. They don't even have to be really good traders. They just got to meet somebody that's a good trader. And they can take their family's money. You know, mom gave me $2 million, and they can live off of that for the rest of their life. That's all we need. All we need to do is get up to like $100,000 and your life has changed. I guarantee you, you get to $100,000 account and you're making $10,000, $20,000 a month just off of little bitty trades, you're going to be happy. And most people, like $10,000 to $20,000 coming in extra a month, pays all their mortgages, all their bills, everything. You know, they can send their daughter money for college. They could do like all the stuff that they ever dreamed of is right there in their hand. Instead of them working so hard, 2, 3 jobs, trying to figure out everything, like, let's just really take this trading serious and let's start making money from it. Right? I know that the Amazon, let me tell you 2 stories and then we're going to be gone. The Amazon guy that made Amazon, right? I don't even know if you guys know his story, but he had no money. He had used all his money from him and his wife. They were broke, destitute, couldn't even pay their mortgage. He had to ask his mom and dad for like $50,000. I got this great thing. It's going to be an online bookstore. That's what he told everybody. They gave him $50,000. This dude is one of the richest people in the world right now. Another guy, this guy in China, one of the rich people in China, he made Alibaba. Had no money. Couldn't get a job. He tried to get a job as a policeman. They said he was too short. He tried to get a job at McDonald's in China, or it was KFC. He tried to get a job at KFC. They had all these people, 30 people come to get a job for 3 people. And they said he wasn't qualified enough to get, this guy graduated college. They told him he wasn't qualified enough to do KFC, right? He had this great idea. He was like, how about if I sell products for real cheap, but bundle products, like a lot of them, right? And I have a website that takes people that are making a lot of stuff in China, and then around the world, you'll be able to buy bulk from China, real cheap, to put in your stores and stuff. You know, he had a meeting with 11 of his family members. And I think it said only 2 people out of his family invested in him. Those 2 people that invested in him are now billionaires. The other family members, he still put them in the business. They're millionaires. But those people that invested a little bit of money became billionaires and never had to work. The other ones had to work and became millionaires. So it's like, this is your Amazon. This is your Alibaba. When you're serious about trading, then you start asking people for money too. You ask your mom, you ask your dad, you ask your husband, you ask somebody else. Let's put a little bit more money in here. Let's try to put 5,000 in. Let's try to put 2,000 in. Let's try to put some money in and let's see if this works. You know, the more money you make, the more people you can help. The more people you help, the more people are going to want to trade with you. The more people are going to want to give you money. Some people are not going to want to learn. They're just going to want to give you the money. And then that's how you make more money. Just always remember that. This is your baby. This is your future. Get people involved. The more people you tell that you're trading to, now some of us have friends called haters, right? You tell them you're trading, they'll say it'll never work for you. They say, don't talk to those people about trading. No. Once somebody tells you something negative about trading, don't talk to that person. I don't care if that's your wife or husband. You got to get permission from your wife or husband to trade for it to be a good family. Get their permission, but don't even talk about it every day. You'll be so excited when you make money. You'll want to talk to your husband or wife. They told you they didn't want to talk about trade. Once you make some money and you give them $10,000 and say this is for trading, they'll still won't believe. They'll say you got lucky. You give them $100,000, they'll say, hey, I want to quit everything I'm doing. I want to do what you're doing, babe. This is the society we live in. So don't get stressed or depressed or feel any type of way by anybody saying negative stuff about trading. You keep on saying positive stuff. Keep on talking to your friends about it. Keep on talking to your family about it. Get somebody in your corner that wants you to win. And when you find that person, you talk to that person about your wins and losses. That's like your accountability partner. That's not going to be the trader. It's not going to be me, right? It's going to be somebody you know that's going to be hyping you and telling you, go, girl, you could do it. You can make this money. You could do it. You're right there. You need those people in your corner. All right, you guys, God bless. See you guys tomorrow. Good job, everybody. We'll meet up later on, Oliviano.
All right.
All right.
Thank
All right.
you.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you, guys.